Tonight in Castine, the Maine Maritime Academy community is coming together, holding a vigil on campus after 4 students were killed in a car crash early yesterday morning. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sam Rogers. Reports show they crashed their car along Route 166, just a 10-minute drive from campus. Now, News Center Maine's Jack Mulwood shows us how the small school is working to pick up the pieces.
Noontime in Castine. Flags are at half staff, students and staff lowering the Maine Maritime and Maine State flags. As early Saturday morning, just after 2 in the morning, Maine State Police say a large SUV crashed into trees off the 166, just a short drive from Maine Maritime Academy. 4 young men were found dead. 3 were injured and taken to local hospitals.
It has been devastating to us in many ways.
The president of Maine Maritime says all of them Maine Maritime Academy students.
It's not a phone call that you would want to wish on anybody. It's also not a phone call that any parent wants to receive. My heart goes out to them. The thoughts and prayers of Maine Maritime Academy and the entire maritime world family goes out to them for their loss.
The 4 students who died have been preliminarily identified as 20-year-old Brian Keneally of York, 21-year-old Chase Fawcett of Gardiner, 22-year-old Luke Simpson of Massachusetts, and 20-year-old Riley Ignacio Cameron of Massachusetts. Chase Fawcett, a 2020 graduate of Gardiner High School.
It's close to us, partly because he graduated with one of my daughters, and I went to school with his mom. And just the outpouring is a sign of who he was.
His high school principal, Chad Kempton, says Chase was the full package.
He was fantastic. He really was. Really quiet, kind of reserved kid, always had a smile, always very happy.
And for Brian Keneally of York, the York School superintendent where Brian was a student at told News Center Maine in a statement, Brian was an outstanding student athlete who was beloved by his classmates, faculty, and staff. He took his skills to the Maine Maritime Academy, where he continued to excel academically and on the soccer field. The school is empty today despite finals starting up this week. That's because the school is letting students withdraw from finals to preserve their mental health and be with their families. Jack Mulwood, News Center Maine.
As you can see, the vigil is getting underway. It is expected to start around 6:30, and as the school community continues to support each other, police are still investigating the crash, and we will update you as we learn more on air and online.